I have often expressed my sentiments that every man, conducting himself as a good citizen and being accountable to God alone for his religious opinions, ought to be protected in worshiping the deity according to the dictates of his own conscience. These words belong to the first President of the United States. In them is contained the whole of what we celebrate today on the 4th of July. The conscience of a man is sacred, and no earthly power has the right to stand between a man and God. In 1775, a young woman by the name of Phillis Wheatley wrote to General Washington. She had been kidnapped from the shores of West Africa as a child and brought to the colonies as a slave. Yet in this new world, in this imperfect experiment in liberty, she found something worth defending. Her poem was published the following year, and Washington, moved by her words, invited her to meet him. She wrote, "One century scarce performed its destined round, when Gallic powers Columbia's fury found. And so may you, whoever dares disgrace the land of freedom's heaven-defended race. Fixed are the eyes of nations on the scales, for in their hopes Columbia's arm prevails." Wheatley understood that liberty is precious because it can be lost. And of all the liberties that can be lost, none is more fundamental than the liberty of conscience. In other nations across this earth, people are abused, persecuted, and sometimes even killed for the faith they hold in their hearts. Governments appoint themselves as adjudicators of what is sacred. Intellectual and religious tyranny is the death of truth. The Church of Theurgy exists because this country was envisioned differently than all others. The First Amendment is a bulwark, lifted up by men who understood that the state holds no dominion over the conscience of a free man. The lineage we carry, ancient beyond the memory of civilization, from the line of Way of Hermes, could not be openly established, taught, and passed to our children in most of the world. Here it can. It is, and will be. This is the reason we celebrate the day of our nation's independence. We hold in our hearts the value of individual liberty and the God-given right of each man to, quote, worship the deity according to the dictates of his own conscience, as Washington, our forefather, once said. O angel of freedom, O young maiden, newly are thee sat upon thine throne among the starry heavens. But for thine youth, power and majesty befits thee. Stripes and stars upon thy shield, the shield of thy elder brother Ares, and the sharp arrows of thy sister Ubasti in thy quiver. The eagle of the King of heaven, Lord God Theos, is thy companion. Strength is with thee. You, brave maiden, who hath cleared the path to liberty, that we may pursue the truth in thy protection. And should that day come, that profligates, or devils, or tyrants infringe upon our God-given freedom, we will not be found lacking. Surrender thine arms, they will say, and submit to our authority, the material authority of man. And through us, O maiden of liberty, thou wilt tell them, if thou wantest mine arms, come and take them. In thine light, the church is strong. Praise God, and God bless America.